Hello, folks. Um, I want to talk about something about the horn zones that we have around Fresno. Well, for some reason, what used to be there used to be horn zones over there, but now they were changed to quiet zones between Ventura. The quiet zones are over here, and then Hammond, starting from Blackstone and McKinley through Clinton, Princeton, Maroa, and the end of that is Shields. So the quiet zones go between. There's other quiet zones between Palm, and then the bridges are fine between Shaw and Marks, and the end of that is Fig Garden Drive. Horn shows continue on, like horn zones continue on this way, and other horn zones. I didn't mean any of this. Sorry, my mouse is screwed up. My computer mouse is screwed up. Okay. Alright, so yeah, those are the quiet zones here. And on the branch line, there's always horn zones there. There's always horn zones, no quiet zones. There are no quiet zones on the branch line. That's good. But why the hell are there quiet zones here in Fresno? Looks like Fresno decided to bring out some quiet zones. Maybe it's all because of the neighbors and stuff. The neighbors and something like that while they're trying to get some sleep. But if you don't want a train to make a horn around your house, too bad. Trains can make horns anytime they want. They can make horn shows anytime they want. That's too bad. They can make horn shows anytime they want. But why are you telling everyone about make the decision about quiet zones, like to not have any horn shows from goes through between downtown Fresno and in the middle of Fresno, like quiet zones over there, quiet zones over here. I know quiet zones are like this, but for quiet zones, I guess people want to get some sleep and rest. And I understand, and you have to take caution that if there is a train passing by, the railroad crossing gates goes down. You have to take caution, just like these crossings here. And we have two cars knocking down both crossings for the horn show zones, for the horn zones. And over here is where the broken crossing is at. Hopefully they repair it, fix it. Hopefully they replace it and fix it. Fix up the crossing gate and the whole crossing itself. I know what that one was used to be. And you know about cab car 8301? Rest in peace on that. It just hit some type of a vehicle and made a huge flames of fire between the 8301. The 8301 cab car is burned and abandoned. It's a abandoned cab car. Now for the following horn zones of the Clovis branch line, we have yield crossings. That's not safe, but it's the biggest horn show and the biggest horn zone at yield crossings. I'm so glad to be at horn zones because I want to hear the train horn, because like we have other quiet zones, but we have horn zones here. Horn zones by the BNSF yard. Other horn zones on Union Pacific. More horn zones here. That horn zone here. This railroad crossing here has a broken piece. That one was ripped off. That gate was ripped off. Someone smashed into it, driving it. Someone smashed into it, driving it, and now the gate is broken. Those teardrop bells were changed to electronic bells. What is going on with these people? And for the last crossing, San Joaquin Valley Railroad doesn't use those crossings anymore. So in that case, since they don't use those tracks anymore, decided to make a concrete. I was wishing about that these people can make a concrete to make a way to go across Clovis Avenue and probably build a rail trail to make that continue on, and then to the end of the sidewalk. The end of that will be the sidewalk. 2 steam locomotives will be over there. Railroad crossings would stay there. It's a pretty good plan, since San Joaquin Valley Railroad doesn't use those tracks over here, and a building facility over here have changed their business, so they no longer use those tracks anymore, since that business has been changed to a moving storage place after the lumber place. So this is no longer, it used to be a horn zone, but they no longer use it because the business was changed there. 1997. Those railroad tracks were removed here. They were removed here, and it made it to the end of this area. But there might be more work continuing on with this. So yeah, that's all the horn zones we got. That's all the horn zones we got. We got more other horn zones. That's on another branch line to Exeter. At the BNSF and Amtrak Diamond in Fresno, where I caught 2104 in 2000, like 2104 over here, where I caught it at, right by the San Joaquin Valley Railroad tracks that goes to Exeter. And there are a couple of horn zones here, more horn zones around this area. Of course, there are more horn zones because you can hear all of the different locomotives that made horn shows around this area. And this is where the horn shows began of the horn zones that began from here after Shields to Blackstone, and now here, starting from the beginning of Butler and almost like everywhere for the following tracks. And more horn zones here. I know Ethan was rail fanning there. Jenny rail fanned over here. And looks like almost everybody was rail fanning over here. Almost everyone was rail fanning here. I rail fanned at this side where I was catching some BNSF trains and Amtrak San Joaquin train like 714 with 2104. But just ignore it. Just ignore that because I know booing it was kind of stupid. And ignore 2007. Just ignore them and ignore 2116. Just ignore that. And just ignore that because I know those horns are foul, but just ignore them. Because people are just making boo rants on that. Say it in Marcel's videos, but I'm not going to say anything stupid about it again. I only did it once, and that's it. But I already ignored 2007, that's for sure. Because I'm all the way over here at the San Joaquin area. Well, guys, I believe this is it. Thanks for your time for rail fanning. And I'll see you guys on the next video. See ya.